What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Upshift Exotics. We've got quite the garage update for you guys, and by garage update I mean a literal garage update. As you guys can tell, this is not the garage we've been filming in. No, they're not Porsche and Mercedes flags up yet. Yes, we are in the new house. I've been calling it a townhouse. My wife said it's a condo. Either way, it's a new place to live. My wife, it's actually her dream to own rental property. So they're kind of partnering up, they're teaming up to rent out the old house. And so we moved to a townhouse or a condo, whatever you want to call it, here in Frisco, Texas, just down the street from where we were before. And with that being said, we have more square footage in the house, but a little less here in the garage. This is actually a two-car garage. We've got plenty of room for another car when that gets here. But for now, we've just got the R8 parked. And we've got an update, a very sad update on the Audi R8. But before we get to the sad update on this car, I actually have to brag on myself for a bit because I changed the battery on this car by myself. Well, I actually had a little bit of help from my neighbor who's a mechanic, but he literally lended me one tool and I did the work. But I changed the battery on this car by myself last Sunday. I set my GoPro up right here. We're gonna clip over to that here in a second, do a time lapse of me changing the battery. Guys, let me tell you, Audi, you guys made it so complicated to change the battery on this. Now I know you mechanics out there are gonna make fun of me, but I'm telling you, for a guy like me who never has turned a wrench in his life on a car, I feel pretty accomplished by having to take apart essentially, but all the body fenders, like underneath the hood here, like this panel came off, this panel came off, the windshield wipers came off, this panel came off, like this whole back panel came off, and on top of that, the entire front trunk had to come up and out of the car and I had to unplug a bunch of like electronics. I don't know what they went to. But then after that, the battery finally was accessible. We pulled that out and it was just a lot of complications. So I'm gonna clip over to that and now, so enjoy the time lapse and the frustrations of getting the Audi R8 battery changed. Here we go. What is up, guys? Obviously, this is different scenery. That's because we're in our new house. The battery's about a year old and it is dead. I think it's dead because it was sitting outside 2 nights ago when we first started moving in, and it was like 35 degrees outside, and I think I left a light on inside the car. So yeah, I killed the battery, and I had a mechanic look at it yesterday. He lives next door, and he said it was dead. Like the battery cell, I guess, is gone or dead or whatever. It lost its charge, so I kind of ruined it. It's my fault, but we're gonna take the battery out, go down to Walmart, get a new one, plug it in. It shouldn't take too long. Actually, I thought it was gonna take a lot longer than this, but it's going really quick. Battery is replaced, it's all good to go, everything's buttoned up. The car has been driving just fine. That leads me to our next update, which is the original sad update for the video. I don't really know how to say this, but the transmission is having problems. Now, before we all think the worst, I already have a really good idea of what the problem is, thanks to Hero Interactive Automotive. So 2 weeks ago, we got the oil changed on the car, 50,000 mile service, everything was great. I just changed the battery last week, so the last 2 weeks we've had a full oil change done, topped off all the fluids, filters, all of that, inspection, all the good stuff, changed the battery out, so like we're good there. But we're having a problem with the transmission. Let me explain. So here's what they told me, all right? I'm getting way out of my league here because I have no idea how this thing runs. I don't know how an engine works. Like, I know people are gonna make fun of me in the comments, but seriously, like, I just like to drive the car. I am a car enthusiast, I'm not a mechanic. So with that being said, so far what I know is that it needs a transmission service done. And I'm gonna explain this the best way I possibly can. Basically, the transmission oil is needing a service done. It needs new transmission oil. The transmission oil is probably dirty, which is causing a sensor to trip the ECU to then basically cause the hydraulic pump to depressurize, which is then keeping me from shifting gears, which then is the whole reason that we're getting the gearbox malfunction issue. Now, that may not be exactly like to the T of what happened and why, but essentially that's what's happening. So in a nutshell, basically what this means is we need a transmission service done. We're getting that done tomorrow, which is actually gonna be in the next video. This video is just an update on the garage. Unfortunately though, guys, we're not done with the bad news yet. The good news is we're done with the bad news on the R8. I'm hoping, because tomorrow once the trans gets serviced, we'll drop it off in the morning, we'll film a little bit, we're gonna pick it up in the afternoon, and it should be good to go. I mean, we're talking 50,000 mile service, oil change, filters, battery, transmission, oil change, filters, possibly new sensors. I mean, this car should be like driving like it's new. Now, the update on the missing car. So, this isn't confirmed by insurance yet, and I'm not gonna say too much, but the estimator, the person who's been taking apart my wife's Mercedes, assessing the damages from the wreck that we had a couple of weeks ago, has confirmed that it is almost to $25,000 in damage, which puts it well over the percentile that the car would be at before it's totaled. So with insurance companies, there's usually like a threshold, like 60%, 70%, 80%. If it's over that amount in damages, they usually total the car. So right now for us, it is over that amount, at least that's what they're telling us, but there's not a confirmation the car's totaled yet. The good news is, if it is totaled, we'll be getting her a new car. The bad news is, right now, the car market is horrible. Like, it is the worst in history. If you're a buyer right now, trying to buy what is like more of a practical car, like a crossover or a sedan or a car that's in high demand, you're gonna pay enormous prices for it, like 30 to 50% over MSRP. Some cars are literally 50% over MSRP. It's crazy. Now, obviously, the car we're looking at, a Mercedes GLA or GLC or GLB, those cars aren't as high, but you're gonna for sure pay 20% over MSRP. So with that being said, we are on the hunt for a new car because we're like 99% sure her car's totaled. If they don't total the car, it's gonna be a massive surprise. It doesn't make any sense financially if they don't. But so probably, yeah, the car's gonna be totaled. And then we gotta find her a new car. And on top of that, the rental car is actually supposed to be turned in 5 days. So we don't have much time, and we don't have very much to choose from because right now car lots are completely empty, prices are through the roof, and if you do find anything for a decent price, usually it's got a lot of miles on it or it's a few years older. So we're really trying to weigh our options. I'm trying to err on the side of getting something unique, but also something that she likes, because she does not want something so unique that is uncomfortable to drive. I'm trying to push her in the direction of like maybe a cool truck or a cool sports car that maybe won't lose value like a sedan or a crossover will. SUVs right now are sky high in price, but when the market corrects, they're gonna be the first to drop. And so something unique, I'm hoping, will hold its value a little bit more, because right now it looks like anybody who buys a car right now, you're gonna lose a lot of money when the market corrects itself. Now, we don't know when that's gonna happen. It could be in 6 months from now, in the spring of 2022. It could be in early 2023. So we're just kind of weighing our options. Either way, we only have 5 days to do that. So we're looking for cars now. because she unfortunately won't really drive the R8, and sharing this car and also having the space to lug around equipment and stuff, or whatever we're doing. We're still moving. We're still like moving in. So if we have to carry boxes anywhere, this car is not for it. So we really have to find a car in the next 5 days for her. So if you guys have any options, any ideas, or if you're watching this and you own a dealership, let us know. She really likes Mercedes, and I like Mercedes a lot. So if you have a crossover, an SUV that's within the last 3 years that's got like less than 30,000 miles or around 30,000 miles, that's kind of what we're looking for. It's not the best case scenario, but it's the best situation we're in right now with having to turn a rental car in and limited inventory pretty much all across the US. On another note, we are still moving into our new house. This is where all of the car stuff is gonna go. It's not done yet. Here is the Mercedes flag and the Porsche flag. We're gonna be putting those on the wall, but right now we're still moving in. We've got like clothes we're gonna be donating, more clothes we're donating. We've got power tools out. We're still kind of getting some things done. But for the most part, through that door and upstairs to our house, everything is completely done. Like the house looks great. One of the best things about the house, and I'll show you guys, is our view. Our view overlooks some trees, and you can see for miles in the distance, and it is such a pretty view. We're not looking directly into like our next door neighbor's house, which is what was like in our old house. So this is such a nice, refreshing change for us. And it's been a crazy last few weeks, guys. We moved our house, we moved our business to another location, my gym here in Frisco called Shape Dallas. We moved that recently. The oil change, the battery, now a trans service, and now my wife's car hunt is still on. So we're searching for a new car. We got to turn a rental car in. It's been quite the time, and this video has been a very different video. So I feel like I've been complaining this whole video, but I'm not. I'm just giving you guys an update, an honest update, a truly sincere update, showing you guys what it is in my life right now. It is really crazy. We're gonna give you guys a house tour next, so be ready for that. It's gonna be epic. You guys are gonna enjoy it. And we're also gonna be buying my wife a new car soon. So you have lots to look forward to. So this video is just a little bit of an update on what's going on in the world of Blake Covington and Upshift Exotics. It's gonna get crazy, guys. I hope you're having a great morning, day, or night, wherever you are in the world. We'll see you next time.